It saturates our planet and our bodies. 70% of our body is water. 70% of Earth is covered by water.
Hello, Fluoride fighters of Australia. I'm seated here with Mr. George Kutty, the director of the film festival Voices from the Waters. It's the 6th International Film Festival of this beautiful festival. And Mr. Kutty is directly responsible for bringing both Daniel and myself here to Bangalore to the screening of Firewater at this venue. And this is one of about 6 venues that are screening films across Bangalore. Over the past few days, George has hosted a fascinating blend of documentaries on the subject of fresh water, particularly groundwater, with numerous countries represented. And George has kindly taken time in between screenings to talk with us. So, hello George.
Yeah, Jaya, I'm very happy that you could make it to Bangalore, and in fact I was very happy to find your film on the net and then subsequently write to you, because this firewater is a very, very important issue, and it's talking about fluoridation of water in Australia.
But just the diversity of films that have been here from all over the world, dealing with issues like dams as bombs, water bombs, which has been quite fascinating, poison water pollution, all sorts of issues that have been covered. It's been almost heartbreaking seeing what is happening worldwide to water. Maybe you could explain just briefly a little about the history behind Voices from the Waters Festival, how it came about, how it's grown over the last 6 years.
See, one thing I have been always fascinated by films, and Bangalore Film Society always used to screen films to its members, focusing on one social issue or the other. And to me, like being interested in the film, and I have noticed that all great filmmakers across the world are very deeply committed to the society, and through their art form they express their deep concern and anxiety. This has been my experience. Basic objective of the film festival is to bring to the notice of the people that, first of all, water is a global issue. Fresh water, availability of fresh water is a global issue. Secondly, the most affected are the poor. The third is that the government and multinational corporations across the world is literally trying to control the entire resources of people and water especially. And it's very important that we all work together and retain water as our commons, and without water there is no life on earth.
Many of the films that have been screened here this year, I've noticed, have highlighted the need for grassroots action, particularly against corruption. Do you think that these films will actually inspire people to go out and do something to this end?
I think so. Few things that I would like to share with you is that from 2007 onwards, there's a growing interest to screen these films in the schools and in colleges, and that is a very positive thing, and that is continuing, which means at the primary and academic level, people are getting more and more aware. That is something that is important, and the government is getting more aware. But there is, as you pointed out, there is this issue of corruption, because water is one product that makes the maximum money. And today, the multinational corporation, with the support of the governments, I don't say just in India, across the world, is really trying to sell water to the people. Whereas water is a human need, water is a human right. One of the objectives of the film festival is to re-establish water as our natural right.
So where do you see this? Obviously it's a highly important festival, and I have to say I feel so privileged to be here to watch the work of all these incredible filmmakers over the last couple of years basically. You've got probably the last 2 years that you've been showcasing. We've got a few older ones, a few older films as well, but I just feel so privileged to sit and watch these films being portrayed, but I see the same happenings happening all over the world reflected through these films. So it's not, this issue is not any one country, it's not just India, it's not just Australia, it's across the world. The same level of corruption, the same level of greed, the same level of control, manipulation of the people. I see this time and time again in these films reflected. Because this festival is so important, where do you see the festival heading in the years to come, and are there plans to expand this perhaps into other countries?
Yes, it is Voices from the Waters International Traveling Film Festival. So right from the beginning, we are very clear it is not just going to be limited to 1 year, one spot. It is a traveling film festival through the year. The beginnings are there of this festival really moving internationally. And one of the problems that everybody internationally is facing, as I understand, is that for social engagements there is less and less funds. But within this kind of difficulties, we hope that we will be able to take these films to different countries.
What I might do is we'll put all the details to contact Mr. Kutty. So anybody in Australia that would like to host these films, I will put the details to contact Mr. Kutty, and we might be able to bring some of the films to Australia at some point. So all the viewers that are watching this film, please don't be shy. This is a very important festival, and Australia is the driest continent on earth. So this is a very applicable film festival for Australia. It would be great to see some corporate sponsorship get behind Mr. Kutty and his incredibly courageous effort to bring these films from all over the world into one forum. And I have to say the quality and the diversity of these films has been absolutely fascinating. George, I am very privileged as the producer of Firewater to be here at this festival, and I'd like to present this copy of Firewater to you to use as you wish, perhaps in universities or any educational facilities. I do understand that India has a very big fluoridation, natural fluoridation of calcium fluoride in the water. There are many people involved worldwide with this film, so I'm very proud to present this.
Thank you very much, and I certainly will circulate to as many institutions as possible.
And please remember that you can view this film for free online at firewaterfilm.com. So there you go. You have it. Please take this opportunity, utilise this festival, and thank you, George, very much for taking the time to present this film festival, a wonderful film festival, to the Australian people and beyond, because this will be seen on the internet. So please don't be shy to contact from wherever you are viewing this piece of footage. Please contact Mr. Kutty for the Voices from the Waters International Film Festival. Thank you for your time. We've travelled a long way to be here, and I'm so privileged to be here. And I have been absolutely a student of these films. You people are so blessed to have this festival. India also has enormous problems with calcium fluoride, so this film actually is important for your country. 66 million people in India are directly affected by calcium fluoride, and that is in the naturally occurring form. It is quite horrendous, the health effects of fluoridation. I was invited to do a very short interview, and it ended up becoming what you see here. And I'm also going to invite Daniel to talk a little, very briefly, about the website. The The website is the first of its kind of a project like this in the world. It is very solid, it is all scientifically backed, and I think you'll find there's an absolute wealth of information, plus 9.5 hours of further footage to look at of the interviews that we took. The film is cut from the interviews. It is a long film. We initially had a shorter film, but there was chunks missing that were so important to the legal fight that we had to add in those pieces. So please be patient. It's a very well-researched film, and we covered 4 states across Australia. Australia's a big country. I'd just like to bring Daniel up quickly. He'll just quickly run through the website, and then we'll start the film.
I'll be very quick. First of all, thank you to George for this wonderful festival, and he's correct, we have been students, very educational films, and has given us a lot of food for thought. Just on the website, like Jay has said, if you go on the website, there's plenty of information, transcripts, press kit, supplementary interviews, anything you need to know, and links to groups that are fighting this issue in Australia and around the world, and scientific databases, anything you could want. And if there's any questions, just email us. That's the best way to contact us, and I'm happy to give any information that I possibly can.
It saturates our planet and our bodies. 70% of our body is water. 70% of Earth is carbon.